yes, today we are going to be doing, wherever they are, alpha, beta, gamma. So that one, not that one, not that one, not that one. And I think it's this one, alpha, beta, gamma. And then we'll be, so yeah, these three, and I'll be showing you those. And then according to our list, let's pull up our list here, wherever my files went. Here we go. Yeah, so, oh, right, we're gonna see what happens to the sunbeam when you cure yourself before it shows up. And then we're gonna build the spaceship. We'll go visit Alpha, Beta, Gamma zones and see if we can find out where the Sea Emperors are and if they're all grown up yet. So I think I was doing some material farming off stream, so that way you guys wouldn't have to sit through all of that. So I think a radio message came in, and so let's hope that's the sunbeam. If it ever loads in. There we go. Oh, right. I forgot to set up my controller. Okay, let's see.
Playing partially translated broadcast.
Nope, not the sunbeam. Oh my goodness, that is so late.
Hunting, analyzing, sharing subject locations with other agents.
Yeah, that's so late. I guess that's what happens when you ignore the radio for a while. So as you saw, I got plenty of titanium. Hopefully that will be enough. I got some quartz, got some copper, got a little bit of gold, got a little bit of silver, got some lead. We've been stocked up on lithium for a while now. We are running a little low on diamonds, but that should be fine. Got plenty of rubies. A little low on magnetite, but I don't think we're gonna need it. A decent amount of nickel ore. I also don't think we're gonna need a lot of that either, but I have no idea. Lots of kyanite. I picked up some stalker teeth, so that way we can make enamel glass. We have plenty of ion cubes. So hopefully that should be enough to make all the batteries and power cells. Let's see. What else do we got here? Some batteries. Some more batteries. What are they doing over here? Whatever, I'll take them in my inventory. So, I think to start off, we're gonna check out Alpha, Beta, Gamma. Wherever my interaction map is. So that needs a purple tablet, that needs a purple tablet, and that needs a purple tablet. So we need a total of 3 purple tablets. And we've got 1. I don't remember what it takes to build. I think it's a diamond. I could be wrong. It's in here somewhere. This one? No. This one? No. Over here? Somewhere? Ah, here we are. Purple tablet. It's 2 diamonds. So that's 4 diamonds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Man, am I glad I have enough. And 1 ion cube for each. Nope, wrong one. There we go. 1, 2. Okay. Purple tablet. Purple tablet. I think most of what it just unlocks is basically just more ion cubes. So we're just going to be stocked up on ion cubes. But I think there's some stuff that we can investigate. I think that's all we really need. Oh, let's make sure that the radio doesn't have any other radio frequencies before we head out. Yep, it's all empty. Okay, you think we have enough water? Seems like enough to me. At the start, we had so little water, constantly stocking up and going through it, but now we have lots. Finally. So, the reason why we know about alpha, beta, gamma is because alien details, I think it is, somewhere in here. Aurora survivors, Degassi, operation logs, public artifacts. No, that's all the stuff that we scanned down below. Scan data. Robot, thermal plant. Nope, wouldn't be in scan data. Terminal data. Here we are. Enforcement platform, that's not it. Ion power data? I think it would be somewhere in the power stuff. Ventilation, specimen research. Nope. Is it just in this one? No. Damage report, enforcement platform, enzyme, reproductive data, fossil data, ion. I really thought it was in ion power data. Public doc? No, that's just all the geological data. Maybe? Maybe? Nope. Doesn't seem like it. Man. Why do they make it so difficult to find what I want? Yeah, so it should be somewhere in here. Damage report? No. Layout, control, power. Power? Self-sustaining power plant located elsewhere on the planet. Right, we know that. Synthesize. No, that's just how we got data. Man, I wonder why it's not here. Advanced theories, maybe? It might have been in here somewhere. Ray species, peepers, hatching enzymes, alien eggs. Nope. Oh, thank you. Survival checklist. Nope. Okay, well, somewhere. I think it's in the... up on the island with the gun, the enforcement platform. And on the island with, or in the data from the power facility, it will mention 3 rooms that it's supplying power to, which it then labels alpha, beta, and I want to say gamma, but it could be delta. But for some reason on our little map here, it does not tell us. So we're just, so right now our base is right here on this little ledge right here in the mushroom biome, right next to the enforcement platform. So we're gonna head to the blood kelp zone, I guess, and hope we don't get eaten by the... Yeah, like, I know that it's alpha, beta, let's see, A, B, C. I can't remember what C is supposed to be. D is delta, E is epsilon. But the one it named, okay, I'm gonna come back in here. I swear. Owie, rude. You're such a bully. You know what? We'll go... We'll look it up. I should probably save first. Let's see. Don't ignore my search history. It doesn't matter. Let's see. What was I? Subnatica. Let's see. What is it? Data terminal power facility? Power. facility. Oh, Charlie. No, Charlie's the so there's like two. So there's the radio code names. Yeah, so there's Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Echo, Foxtrot. All of those. Well, November, Oscar, whatever. Well, there's also the Greek alphabet letters. I think it's the Greek alphabet. Yeah. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, zeta, eta, theta, ido, kappa, lambda, mu, nu, zix, omicron, pi, pho, sigma, tau, upsilon, phi, chi, psi, omega. More commonly known as alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, occasionally zeta, and then most people just skip all the way down to omega. And so, like, let's see, power facility, whatever. Let's see if we can find what it says in it. Does it not say within all bases controlled valuable by the prosecutor precursor? Oh my goodness, I can't read. Yeah, green being the most common and orange being the rarest. Quarantine enforcement. Yes, I know, but I want to read what it tells me. Tell me what it says. Will it tell me here? Let's see. Data terminals available to, or 3 data, fossil data, unlocks vital ion battery. Okay. There are 2 locked doors, blah, blah, blah. Fossil data primary containment facility. Is this one it? Ah, yeah, here we go. Power distribution. Oh, Kappa. Oh, I guess it is off the radio one. So when you go down to the, yeah, I don't know where I got that info. But when you go down to the power facility, you can read one of these entries, and it will tell you the power distribution. And so like 5% to the warpers, 10% to the teleporters, and 10% to the sanctuaries, alpha, beta, and kappa. And so one of these is kappa, one of these is alpha, one of these is beta. And so there you go. Now you'll learn something new. And I'm turned around. Do I really not have that? I swear it's power. It was power something. Power data downloads, alien data, artifacts. Nope, not artifacts. Terminal data. Man, did I really miss that? Or is it just not showing up in here? Maybe we'll take a detour and go get that. Because I really could have sworn I picked up everything from there, but maybe I missed a room or something. So these are the floating islands, which I don't think has a Ghost Leviathan. I think the Ghost Leviathan is over here in the, what is it called? The Blood Kelp Zone. And I'm losing my train of thought. How's your day going? It's nice to actually have someone in chat for once. It's like that I'm so nervous and I'm forgetting what I'm saying and what I'm doing. I think we're near, yeah, here's the blood kelp zone. So I'm pretty sure it's down here. The real question is if we're gonna get eaten by payday. Off a short payday 2 stream. Oh, nice. Were you the one streaming or were you watching it? Helldivers. Ooh. I've been debating if I should stream that or if it's just too repetitive to actually be worth streaming. Let's see. I think it said it was near the life pod that's somewhere at the bottom here. Oh, fun, fun. How'd it go? Did you win a lot? I feel like those would be really fun to stream because they're just so chaotic sometimes that like you never can really predict what's going on. But I don't think I would be able to talk to a chat and be able to play at the same time on something that chaotic. Oh look, a new radio. Hopefully that's the sunbeam. The last time I attempted this, it didn't end up very well. Like it took hours for the right radio to show up. Yeah, I'll always win. Yeah, I end up getting overrun by bugs unless I'm on a super low difficulty. Where is this life pod? Not there. At least I sure hope it's not there. Well, that's the Shocky boy. I don't see. We're not getting harassed by the ghost leviathan, so maybe we're not in the right area. Your worst. the bugs are difficult. I always end up overrun. While the other ones I can outrun. I feel like the bugs always catch up to me. Wait, what are you? Okay, there's the life pod. We found the life pod. Let's double check that we got everything. I think we kind of panicked and didn't get everything the last time, but seems pretty empty to me. Okay, so it said it was what, north? Enter via the tunnel to the east from Life Pod 2. Head northwest until you find an alien pillar. East tunnel, head northwest. Can do. The dog breath backpack to stun them. I honestly have not played enough to know what that is. Ooh, a crab squid. Wait, do I have you scanned? Let's see if this ends up killing me. Don't bite me, please. We can be friends. Please. No, you get away from that. What part of we can be friends did you not catch? Stop that. Piss off. Stop that. Zap. Oh, man, you did so much damage. Where are you? Over there. Jeez. You hit harder than the freaking Reaper Leviathan. Man. Okay, to the east? To the east? That east? Yeah, close enough to east, I guess. Oh, so it's way down here. No wonder I didn't see it from above. And then, what, northwest, I think it said? North... What? I don't know. I'm just gonna look around and hope I run into it. You know, I never really spend much time in this biome. It's really, really cool, but I feel like just because of all the danger, there's like little squid, like the crab squids that we just got attacked by, these little crabs, the ghost leviathan that's lurking around here somewhere. Like, it's just so difficult to build in all the fun locations. Oh, hi! What are you doing down here? What are you doing? Wait, what? No, please! How did you find me? What? No! Stop that! Oh my goodness! That was crazy. What? Why are you here? Stop. Why? Why are you so mean to me? Okay. Let's turn my game down. I think I just peaked my vibe so bad. That's just rude. He doesn't even have any cash. How is he gonna give you a pizza?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Let's make sure my audio is still good. Oh yeah, that still sounds fine. Sorry if I just blew your eardrums out. Like, I've never seen him like come so far down. Well, man, are you? Is he gone? Did he leave? Please? Okay, so that's whatchamacallit. So up, maybe? I swear it said northwest, but maybe down here. Some PC console. Escape the back rooms. That's one that I do plan on playing eventually. It does look a lot of fun, but I really don't know much about it. Okay, I'm not seeing any alien pillars. Let me know if you see any alien pillars, because I'm blind as a bat. Leave me alone. You missed, nerd. Let's see if we can find the glow. I think there's... The problem is that there's always a green glow. Yeah, maybe. I think that would be a lot of fun. There's a like, so all the alien tech's green glow, but everything down here, everything else down here is glowing green. Northwest. This looks northwest. Shoot. We win in a circle. Well, okay. Let's take a look at these directions again. Enter via the tunnel to the east from Life Pod 2. Head northwest until you find an alien pillar. Is this the tunnel, or is that the pillar? Does that look like this? East. Well, this is pretty east. This east? No, that's southeast. Let's... If we're right above the life pod, we are. Straight east. That's not a lot of help at all. East. Okay, so we enter the tunnel. Head northwest. Okay. Okay. Oh. Oh, no, please, let me, fat finger the wrong button. North. West. I don't think this is the right tunnel. Okay, that's my music going on. That, like, all of a sudden it was playing that upbeat music and I was so confused. No, please, man. What are you doing over here? You're supposed to be at like 100 depth, maybe 200 depth. Why is it that when I want you super high up, you're not, but when I want you super low, you're not? Like when I go to kill them or something, if I ever like anytime I ever try to kill one with the prawn suit or something, they always end up like going way up high and clipping through the ceiling and just like staying away from me. But then the second I try to do anything else, they're down here eating me. I don't see anything. I'm not smart enough for this. That just looks like off the map. I think this is getting close to the edge of the map. Yeah, we're so far away from that life pod. I assume it gave us the life pod directions for a reason. Not very good directions. Normally they're way better than this, I promise. Down here maybe? If... Oh, what's that? Oh, that's quartz. I was hoping that was diamond, because we just used a bunch of our diamonds, and so we need more diamonds. What's through here? This looks cool. Holy crap, we did it! Yeah, well, you know, you just kind of wander around until you figure it out. Let's go! Alright, so yeah, this one doesn't seem all important. It's just a bunch of ion cubes. Ion cube, ion cube, ion cube. And ion. Gimme, ion cube. It's making weird, funky noises. What are you? Beta! Okay, we found beta.
New PDA data.
Anti-chamber consists of a series. Actually, let's go get oxygen before I end up drowning. Okay, now we can read it. This anti-chamber consists of a series of data hubs, each adorned with an ion cube. These are networked up to the main terminal. Unprecedented data complexity. Stored data was scanned into the system at the local terminal. Original data source was organic in nature. Evidence suggests that this antechamber served as a sanctuary of last resort for the aliens that built it. In the event of catastrophe, they could retreat here and somehow transfer themselves to the data hubs for preservation. It's unclear whether whether other members of the alien species ever returned here or how many souls are backed up on the hubs, but the data stored is far too complex to reconstruct with the little information available. Oh, cool. So, in these things, I think? Yeah. There's a bunch of alien brains, basically. They downloaded themselves to those pillars. Yeah, so, if that's beta, hopefully we'll go see, like, alpha now. Why is this one beta? The other two seem a little easier to get to. But at least we're out of here. Fetch me their souls. I can't do impressions. I'm sorry. Impressions are something I've never been able to do. I have a friend that does like a really good Kronk from Emperor's New Groove impression, and I tried to copy it. Didn't work out. Not at all. I would attempt it again now, but I can't even remember exactly how it sounds like. Okay, so let's figure out where we're going next. Let's mark this one off. Dunes. So northeast, south, west. That's west. Enter via the tunnel found in the crater to the northeast. So this giant crater. Find a giant crater. Okay, what's our energy at? It looks fine. I've got the... some impression. Oh, I prefer to make weird noises. Wait, shoot. This is the mushroom biome. We went too far. That's the mushroom biome. We went too far. Northward. Maybe I should get some fish while we're here, where it's actually kind of safe. Fishies? Fishies! Don't be shy, I just want to eat you. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. There we go. Just gotta swing wildly and eventually you'll hit something. Any other fishies? Fishy! Here, peeper, peeper, peeper. Come here. Nope, stabbed everything but it. There we go. I need like a gun. How often do I stream? I'm trying to stream 2 to 3 times a week is my goal. And so I want to start streaming Tuesdays and Thursdays and one of the days on the weekend if there's no plans on them. But like the weekends, like last weekend, I had some family over and I really tried to stream, but I just couldn't find the time. So instead I spent the little time I had to prepare for this stream. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays just are a little more convenient for me around this time. About 10 minutes ago, I actually started a little early today. The start times are a little random just because I get off work at random times, which means I get home at random times. But I'm gonna start trying to be more consistent. This is gonna be like my second week of being somewhat consistent with Tuesdays and Thursdays, I think. Alright, found another one. 50-50 guess. I think this one's gonna be Kappa. Let's find out. And it doesn't even tell us. Great. Alien biological history. This terminal contains mapping complete biological history of a member of the alien species. Was grown from a seed 1,708 Earth years ago. That's really not that old. Separated from... Oh, it's a single individual. I thought it was talking about like the species. I was like, how do they get so advanced so fast? Early for special training. Separated from broodlings, so siblings, for special training. Inducted into the Temple of Research as the youngest ever initiate, age 96. That's okay. I feel like for one that can download and upload their consciousness to the internet, that they'd set a younger age. Download a corrupt database and was stored for 3 years for refactoring. Relocated to the outer galaxy cluster to support disease research. Relocated to this planet for high priority disease research. And then stored in Sanctuary 3, which I think is here.
30 seconds.
Yes, yes. Wait. Oh, here? Okay. For a second I thought I passed it. I was like, shoot! Yeah, that does make it convenient. I work in construction, as part of maintenance, and so I've had pretty decently steady hours, but it can be pushed off or, and run a little later. And so it ends up a little later. Alright. So now, this one. Enter via the tunnel northwest. It is under the natural arch. Wait, Rec 7. Which one's Rec 7? So we're looking for the big U looking one. And then under this arch, I think. So find the big U looking wreck and then go for the arch. You don't have to. I'm just very thankful that you're here at all. It means a lot. I get about like 1 or 2 viewers each stream, but typically none of them talk. But then again, half those viewers are probably just a bot. I have this bot that shows up like religiously. Some streaming bot, and I think it's part of Twitch. But yeah, I try to read every chat that comes in. But sometimes I'm focused on the game and be like, huh? What? What'd you say? Yeah. But it's really nice. I like small streamers for that reason too. There's very few large streamers that I actually actively watch. I watch, if you've ever heard of him, Neurosama, or I guess their channel name is Vettel987. I like that one. I don't watch them frequently. I watch a lot of their reservation. You're free to stop by anytime. Yeah, I watch Vettel987 a lot when I get the chance, but not very frequently. I just watch their clip highlights on YouTube. And like a handful of other small streamers. But honestly, I don't watch a lot of Twitch streams, which maybe is a bad idea for someone trying to be a Twitch streamer. I should learn more about the TikTok. Yeah, I figured that seems to be the most frequent way people find new VTubers. Oh, the Sea Treaders. I love these guys. I think I had a base like maybe it was like right around here, I think. I think it was just over that way. I had a base before. That was a lot of fun, this building near these guys. They're so fun. They're so interesting too.
Damage to plant life on the seafloor suggests this may be the migration path of a huge, bottom-dwelling life form.
Oh, really? Could it just be these giant sea treader leviathans that are migrating right now? Oh yeah, I think I remember reading that comment. So that's why I was so surprised when he actually showed up. I honestly, because I haven't actually like announced when I stream or anything like that. Oh, the sea treaders are so cool because they always kick up these shale outcrops, and so you get a ton of it. And I think they can kick up some other things as well, but I'm not entirely sure. I try to post a TikTok twice a week, or I'm going to start trying to post a TikTok twice a week. I just released the one today, but for some reason TikTok, or at least I couldn't figure it out, didn't let me schedule it. And then I'm sure you read my Google history that Instagram freaking deleted the video I was trying to schedule. Like I scheduled it and it all worked out, and then I looked at the time because it was supposed to schedule for like 5 hours ago, and it did not. Thank you for the head pads. Oh wait, do I have? I think it's working. I do. Okay. Which reminds me, I do need to work on that. I had to make sure that that's still working, because that's been giving me some trouble. Okay, so we're at the Sea Treader's Path, wherever my map went. So that means we're like right here, I think. Because that's the kelp zone-ish. So we're like right here. So we need to go southeast-ish. southeast-ish. And hopefully we'll just run our face into the giant U-shaped wreck. Well, we've reached the next biome, so we overshot it. I think we overshot it. That means it's up here somewhere. Somewhere. Wait, is this the giant arch that we were looking for? Maybe? Maybe? If not, we'll go on an adventure. This looks pretty promising. Or not. Or maybe. This is a really cool biome. I never knew there was such an intensive cave down here. Lots of lithium. This would be a pretty cool place to build, honestly. There doesn't seem to be any predators. There's no sharks. There's no leviathans nearby. I'm not seeing any crab squids or even warpers. But now I'm completely lost. Is this the way out? No, I just wanted to make sure it works in case you wanted to. I want to figure out how to set up the ability to change the weights to it, so that way, like, if it's a little more, you can hit me with a heavy object. It like stuns it for longer. Hey, look, the U. I think this is the one that we're looking for. U. So that's the arch that we're looking for. Oh, let's drink some water before I forget. U. Ah, here we go. Finally, finally. I'm excited for after this because I'm really hoping that we at least get close to finishing this stream, or like this game, this stream, because I'm really looking forward to the Below Zero that I'm gonna play after this. Because my goal is to beat Subnatica Below Zero, and then we can play the new Subnatica. Oh, really? Okay, then I'll give you a brief rundown. Do you mind spoilers? I can give you the whole lore and story that I know of so far. But okay, let's read this first. Oh, here's Alpha. We went in the complete opposite direction. Ceiling fixtures. The structures mounted to the ceiling of the cavern cast a low green light. Yes, we ornate in design. The cubes mounted on the pedestals are not being drained of power, suggesting they serve some more symbolic purpose. Okay. Yeah, probably to the guys that are all stuck in the little pedestals. So, let's go on a adventure recap. So, let's get up to the surface. I feel like that might be the best way to explain. Soon as I get out of here. Eventually. Okay. So, it all started hundreds of years ago. Potentially thousands of years ago. Like a couple hundred to 1,000 years ago, some aliens that were like half tech, half biological, so they were kind of cyborgs, were exploring the galaxy, and they've set up these waypoints, and they built places on all sorts of planets, and they were super advanced. And one day they showed up to this planet, and this planet has a natural disease called the Karar, and that started spreading like worse than the flu, worse than COVID. Like it was it was spreading fast, and because they were like spacefaring species, they ended up spreading it all throughout the like universe, and it started killing out huge portions of their population because they just weren't prepared for it. And so like hundreds of thousands of millions died. And so they started shutting down and researching this planet because it's the only known place where that bacteria came from, which means it's the only place that a cure could have been made by now. And so they were exploring and looking for a cure, and so they set up multiple bases. And so on a giant island that way, they have an enforcement platform, which is a big gun that shoots down anything that tries to enter or leave this planet, because they don't want to spread the Karar anymore. And they didn't want any other new species to land here, like humans, and end up getting contaminated and killing off their whole population too. And so they put a big gun on the island and just planned on shooting anything down that tried to leave with the virus. So the only way to turn off the gun was to be cured and scan yourself there. And so while they were researching, they went further and further down into the planet and found this giant Leviathan sentient creature called the Sea Emperor. And that Sea Emperor is the only one who can make a cure. But because they're half robotic, they couldn't really understand or figure out how to talk to the Sea Emperor. And so they were trying to force it to give up a cure. And so they stole its eggs, they tortured it, they like researched it, and they couldn't figure it out. And so most of them, or like a good portion of them, just uploaded their consciousness into those rooms that we were just visiting, and other technology, so that way their bodies might die, but their brains wouldn't. And so that's how it ended. Like they couldn't find the cure, and so they just ended up all dying, or at least their bodies did. I'm gonna turn down my music so I can focus. There we go. So they ended up all dying, and then hundreds of years later, a spaceship called the Degasi or Degesi, or the Degasi. I've heard it pronounced many different ways. I always call it the Degasi, but I think it's pronounced Degasi. Showed up and was doing some research on this planet because this is like super far out from our humans. Okay, sorry. The humans sent out the Degasi. And so we finally became spacefaring, and on the far outer reaches of our universe, we found, or like our stretch, we found this planet, 4546b. And so the Degasi was like researching and got too close to the planet and got shot down by the giant gun. And so they crash landed, everyone but 3 people died. And let's see if I can find the right let's see, geological data, no, data downloads, Aurora survivors, Gaseous survivors. So let's see, there was 3 people called Bart.
I thought it might get claustrophobic living underwater. Father feels it is. He'd tell me it was childish, but I stare out of the window.
Yeah, so there's Bart, his dad, which is the captain of the Degasi, and so I think that's
Chief's
Paul.
log, 5 weeks since the crash.
Yeah, this
The
is
only
Paul.
other
He's the
survivors
captain.
of-
And then there's Margaret, which is a freelancer kind of person that they hired, that also ended up surviving.
These conniving corporate bourgeois, inbred, incompetent, self-absorbed jerks don't have a damn clue.
So those 3 survived. The chief, his son, and Margaret. His son is a researcher. The chief is obviously just the chief, and Margaret is like a hitman protection kind of person. I don't really know what you would call it. I think they called her just like an arm for hire. And so everyone died but those three. And so they ended up on a different island called the Base Island. Let's see if I can pull it up on my map. So it's this one, the floating island. And they built these little bases. And they were doing pretty good. With the sun's help, they were managing to create crops and other stuff like that. And it was actually going pretty good until a really bad rainstorm hit and flooded all their crops and destroyed one of their bases. And so they were like, shoot, well, we can't keep surviving here if it keeps killing everything. So they decided to go down and let's see if I can hide all this. Abandoned base. Found locations. Where is it? Nope, it would have been over here. So they decided to go down to the Jelly Shrimp Caves and build there, somewhere a little safer, underwater, and to research better about the planet and maybe get, a gun for hire. And maybe get some more food and other stuff like that, like the fish. And so they ended up down here in this cave, which was going pretty good, but then they started getting the coronavirus themselves. And so they were like, shoot, this isn't getting enough. Actually, I think they were just running out of materials here. They didn't have enough materials, so they're like, we need to go deeper. And so they went deeper into this base, and then they were starting to get diseased. And so they started doing research and were looking at the fish that had the disease, and they figured out the leviathans didn't seem to be getting to the disease. And so Margaret went out and killed, or mostly killed, a reaper, severely wounded it, and dragged the reaper back to the base so that way the sun could research it. But unknowingly accidentally lured a different reaper back with her that was tailing her. And so that reaper destroyed the base and killed both Margaret and the captain. And Margaret got dragged off by the reaper, allowing the sun to go back to the island and built, I think it's, nope, not that base, this base on his own. And so he built that base and kind of just lived out the rest of his days and died to the virus or maybe to the crabs that were there. It's not really discussed, but we assume he dies. And so then a little while later, a few years later, I think it's like 3 to 5 years later or something, the Aurora was swinging by so that way it could build a big giant portal out on the edge of humanity's reach, so that way they didn't have to travel normally, they could just portal here. So on their way, they wanted to swing by this planet and do a scan for the Legacy, and was prepared to save them if need be. That's why there's all the prawn suits and all the sea moths and stuff, just in case they needed to land and help the Legacy. But they got too close and got shot down too. So that got shot down, and everyone died but us. We are just a janitor. I think that's not our official title, but the joke is that we're just a janitor. It's like unimportant maintenance is our title or something like that. And so we survive and manage to figure things out, and we're like, okay, so we can't leave until we turn off the gun, and we can't turn off the gun without being cured. Yeah, so a ton of them died in the pods. So we could actually go around, and a few of them survived, but ended up dying to the pods or the other life forms. There's the pod that landed, let's see, hide all life pods. There's like this pod that landed, and 2 of them survived, but then ended up getting blown up because one of them was an idiot and waved a flare around. This one, I think, got killed by stalkers. This one ended up getting flipped over, and on his way to the Aurora either died from the Aurora explosion or got eaten by a Reaper Leviathan. This one I don't remember. So yeah, just like a ton of them died in really unfortunate ways. Like this guy, he had everything to survive, but his fabricator was broken, and so instead of making things he wanted, it just made random toys and other junk. And so we're the only one who managed to survive and land in a safe area and actually live through it. One of them did make it to the island for a rendezvous, but it's presumed that she died due to the crabs that wander the island. And so we end up surviving and getting diseased, and we're like, shoot, now we can't get off. And so we learn through this island that there are other bases, alien bases, further down. And so we explore and get further down and eventually find the Sea Emperor. Sea Emperor Subnatica. This giant Leviathan, but they're friendly, and they're the only one who makes the cure for the Karar virus. And so we help them out and release all their babies into the wild because she's trapped in this containment facility here, along with all her eggs. And so we help hatch the eggs and release all the babies to the wild, and that allows us to get cured. So now we can go shut off the gun and build a rocket and leave the island, finally. Or finally leave the world. Found out to be the scariest part. Size of the juvenile Leviathan. Right? There's some really scary, like giant, like the ghost, like all the ghost Leviathans that you find are all children except for the ones around the crater edge. And those are the adults. Fun fact, this is just the top of a volcano. And so like the sides, where it just dips off into nothing, is supposed to just be like the edge of the top of a volcano that goes way, way down. And so that's why this is all lava down here in the center, because this overlaps over here, basically. It goes down into lava. Is that this basically is just a giant underwater inactive volcano, and that's what's giving all these different areas resources and stuff. And so we eventually get off the island and go back to Earth and become a hero. And they're like, yeah, let's go. And he writes a book and he becomes famous. And so due to all that fame and stuff, they actually send him, they send more researchers out to this planet 4546b, but up to the, I think it's North Pole area, and that's the state of the below zero. And the only important things that really happen on below zero is that the Karar virus gets out of the world and people start getting sick across the galaxy. And so between that game and Subnautica 2, people are starting to get sick everywhere. Like everyone's dying, everyone's getting sick, just huge populations of Earth and humans are dying. And we learn this through these little shorts that Subnautica put out on YouTube. And it kind of follows the case of this guy who has like a wife and child, and he wants to go on a pioneering adventure and look at new planets and hopefully like create a safe place there, while his wife wants to stay on whatever planet they're on and create a farm. So they decide to split up, and the husband goes out while the wife stays there, and whoever does better in, I think it's like a year, the other one will go too. So if the farm isn't going very well, the wife is supposed to go to the husband. And if the pioneering adventure doesn't go well, he'll return back to the farm and help with that. But during said expedition, it ends up going missing and completely awry. And so for some reason, I don't know the reason yet. I don't know if it's been told in the game yet or if it's still being worked on, but the ship that he was on goes missing, and we somehow, instead of going to like a Sahara like desert planet with an oasis, we end up going to this new water planet and crash land there. And that's basically the whole story of Subnautica. I'm trying to think. Oh, wait, no, it's not. Then, hundreds of years in the future, or something like that, it's pretty much confirmed. I don't think it's like, it might be retconned later and decided that it's not canon, but eventually it's supposed to all turn out. Where is it? Man, why can't I remember what its name is? Motor select. No, I don't. No, 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 nope. Okay, unknown worlds. That does not give me the company name. So we'll go to their. So then, natural selection, that's the name of it. So then eventually it's supposed to all, like those who are infected with the Karar turn into these aliens. I'm not entirely sure which aliens, but this is supposed to be the far future in the Subnautica universe, because the enemies in this game are called the Karar, and it's made by the same people, Unknown Worlds Entertainment, even though this was made far before any of the other games. Any of the Subnautica games, at least. While there is a little reference to Natural Selection 2 in Subnautica, in the case of a poster, wherever my poster is, this one right here, Natural Selection 2. It's pretty much canonized. From what I've looked up, they claim that it's canon, but I haven't seen a lot of evidence to suggest that it's like 100% canon, or maybe it's just Natural Selections 2, because Natural Selection 1 is really old. But as far as I know, that these aliens and stuff are called the Karar, so this is supposed to be the future of humanity. And that's the entire history of Subnautica. Well, I kind of skipped over Below Zero. That's just because you play as a character, they go to the planet for some dumb reason, they end up getting acquainted with one of the aliens, and then they go away with the alien to the alien's homeworld to see if any of the other aliens are left alive. I'm not in any rush. If it takes. Darn it, it's just another life pod. Let's mark off this. So we got Alpha, Beta, Gamma.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
So we can build some of the. Oh wait, I guess I could put all these ion cubes away now that I have a bajillion of them. Ion cubes. Shoot, we have too many. This one seems like a random locker. So now we can start building up the giant space shuttle. So that's gonna take, I think we just need to make the first platform first. Wherever that went. Here it is, Neptune launch platform. Early expensive. That's 20 titanium. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A computer chip is a 2 plants? I think it's 2 plants. 2 plants, a gold, and a copper wire. We do have that. I went grinding off screen, or off stream, between this stream and last stream. So we do have, I made sure we had lots of titanium just for this stream. Because I was worried that we had run out. And I did not want to sit on stream and farm for 2 hours, because that's very hard to even try to be entertaining. That's 4 lead. We're gonna run out of lead at this rate, though. That's a lot of lead. All right. So we need to start brainstorming ideas for the name and color scheme we want Neptune to have. It's a giant space station, or like rocket ship. Think of a rocket ship. We need to come up. And you are in charge of helping come up with names. Neptune. So this is just the landing pad. So that way we can build off of that. So that way it has something to shoot off. And no, Neptune's not going to be quite that large, unfortunately. I wish. Black and red, huh? Black and red's a very cool color scheme. Like it. I like it. Any day now. Woohoo! Let's go. Oh, I love how big, like the sound effects that they do in this game are so good. I probably talked over it, but like you could hear how it like crashes in and stuff. Okay, so the gauntry, a plasteel ingot, a copper wire, and a lubricant. Okay, that's not as bad as I had imagined. We might be able to make this all in one go. I hope I don't have to go out for more materials, but there's a definite possibility. And need water again. So much water. I don't know why, but Darth Elkery. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like it. I don't know if it's gonna give me that many characters though. We'll find out. Plasteel ingot, copper wire. It's something else. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? It was 10, right? I needed 10. Then 2 lithium, I want to say it is. Still need copper wire. I think I have a copper wire in here. I do. Ah! Lubricant! That's what it was. Man, it's so helpful when I just like randomly it's like stumbling into the wrong room to find the right thing that you were looking for. Like, screw forgetting what you're looking for. You ever just like walk into your bedroom just because you like you always do that, and then it's instinctual, and then you're like, I didn't need to be in here. I'm looking for my phone. And then you look down on your bed and you're like, holy crap, that's my phone. I was looking for you. Yeah. I've done that a few times. Like, I'll walk into the area that I have my computer just because, like, that's what I always do. Like after work, because, like, I go take my shower, walk into my computer. But I was looking for, I think, my cup. Like the cup that I drink water out of, because I didn't want to dirty another glass. And I was going to go to my room, because I normally leave it in my room, so that way I had a drink for the night. And I was like, wait, this isn't the room I want to be. I look down on the table, and I'm like, oh my goodness, there's my cup. It's pretty great when that happens. On the very, very rare occasions that does. Normally I walk into a room and totally forget what I'm doing there, and be like, well, hope it wasn't important. Neptune boosters. This is a little more pricey. Okay, so that's gonna be a little taller than that. And I'm really hoping we just waste or like spend enough time that the radio triggers again. I don't know if we need to go to the next life pod. Oh, it's only 500 feet away. Maybe we'll go visit that so that way it at least checks off. Because I don't think we need to go there for the next radio to happen, but better safe than sorry.
All systems online.
Sunk to the ocean floor. Huh? Maybe we'll learn what it happened to them. I don't know if I picked up their recordings yet or not. My guess on what happened to them is one of these electric eels got to them. That's gonna be my guess, but it could be. Well, sinking? Maybe. Pod 12. I don't know. I don't remember if I have triggered this or not. Ah, no, I haven't. Okay, we'll find out.
I'm not really a doctor. I know that's
Oh.
what my ID says, but I never have been. Cheated the medical exams. What does a doctor these days need to know about manually resetting bones? When was the last time a top surgeon actually cut someone open? That's what the robots are for. Doctors these days read diagnoses off of computer readouts. For that, I'm perfectly qualified. But what good is it when I'm not connected to the main network? I'm bleeding. I've got glowing green pustules growing on my hands. I run a self-scan and it tells me I've got skin irritation. The only thing I studied in medical school was how to lie convincingly. What the hell do I know about how to treat an alien disease? I think I'm actually going to die down here.
Oof. He was alive, a doctor. And that killed him. So he died to the coronavirus, assumingly. But there definitely was a hole in the side of that life pod, so maybe it was just one of the eel amps. Or amp eels, what are they called? Oh my goodness, out of the corner of my eye I saw something wiggling. It's just the reefy. I totally thought that was a ghost leviathan. I was like, since when was there a ghost leviathan here? But that sounds like somebody coming for me. Look at this little guy. He really thought he could touch me. Doesn't he know I've killed a Reaper Leviathan just because it was getting in my way? Speaking of killing something, I'm sad. I've been really avoiding any news about Subnautica 2 because I really want to go into it with fresh eyes. But I have heard some of the drama that, like, there's, like, they refuse to add any kind of weapon into the game because they don't want it to be a killing game. Oh my goodness! I forgot about you. Where'd you go? This is the cuttlefish. For an achievement, you have to hatch one and then release it out here before you leave the world. And, well, a clever idea. I feel like it was coded poorly because he's like lots of fun, but he's also terribly not useful and gets left behind because he can't keep up. So it's really unfortunate. But as I was saying, oh my goodness, my talking about ADD, my ADD is off the charts. Yeah, so they didn't want to add any weapons because they don't want it to be a killing game, but a lot of people are getting angry because they want to be able to deal with the Leviathans and the things that are in their way somehow. And so it's like causing a lot of like miscommunication and drama on the internet, which, like, I'm fine with it not being a killing game because they're not like overly like super vegan or like any kind of like save the animal kind of thing. Like they're not shoving it down your throat. They just want you to not, like, they want you to have a reason to be scared. And so, like, that makes sense. Like, you don't really get a weapon in this game. You get the stasis rifle and this dinky little knife that doesn't do a lot of damage. And so that's fair. But I do hope that there's at least some way to at least deter or kill the like the Leviathan that's in your way, because there was a Reaper Leviathan that would always stalk right here, and I didn't know that until after I had started building my base. And so he just kept like coming after me anytime I was trying to do anything, anytime I left my base. He would chase after me and destroy a huge portion of my sea moth and stuff like that. And for some reason it was also dragging some of the ampules like over here. I don't know if he was picking fights and they ended up fighting like right here, but constantly ampules and the Reaper Leviathan were over here. So I just ended up killing it because it was getting obnoxious. So I hope that they give you like some way to deal with that kind of stuff.
High priority automated.
Darn it! It's life pod 13.
Pod 13 coordinates attack. Life pod is carrying high
Protein.
priority
Unfortunately, you can't eat it, but I totally would have if I could
said
have.
Kassar. Why do I
1,
have
2,
to
3.
record this
1, 2,
anyway?
3. 1, 2.
Send immediate burial
3,
detail.
6, 7, 8,
Signal location uploaded to
9,
PDA.
10. Okay. Where is that? Life pod 13 claims that they're dead. 170. No, wait, no, that's 1,500 meters away. We're not going to that one. That's really far. We're gonna sit here and make plasteel. 1, 2, and also apparently I've picked up an extra lead from somewhere, so we'll put that away. Ha! I knew nickel would come in importance. I knew I grabbed it for some reason. I felt it in my nuggets. Okay, plasteel. I think it's 2 silver for the wire. Let's see, wire. And what's in our plants? Not there. Not there. Oh yeah, so we need for the aerogel. I always forget what aerogel is made out of. Gel sack and ruby, that's it. So we need 2 rubies, 2 gel sack. Curious why it says first by my name. Probably because you're the first chatter of this stream. Let's find out. Oh, you're my first subscriber, and so you're my #1 subscriber and first subscriber. You're yeah. There we go. Let's see your schedule. Let's advertise you to the rest of my chat. Oh, maybe. If it lets me. And it's broken. It's not working. There we go. You don't have a schedule. We have 24 followers. Nice. Where was I going? I assume down here. Oh, same. I think it was this. I just stream when I can. You're like, okay. And then I try to space it out and it stays somewhat consistent. We're blowing through this space shuttle. Oh, the first time I played this game, it took me like hours to build the space shuttle because I didn't have any material. I was like, I didn't know I was supposed to be stockpiling this. Okay, let's see. Where are my equipment? Do I have you? This will make going up faster. I don't think we need that anymore. Let's go. Ooh, it's dark out. Let's go sleep. Sleepy time. I'll give you a tour of the base. I don't think I've shown you the tour of the base. If it doesn't take 10 years to get up. There we go. Okay. But no spoilers. Okay. So, from the outside of the base, we got my plants, my cyclops, and very symmetrical. I really like some symmetry. I know it's... Oh, thank you. That really means a lot. I try to stay entertaining, or at least always try to say something that isn't nothing. So we start off with some aquariums. That's what the word. This one's for like passive mobs. It doesn't really matter, but I like being organized. So there we got another cuttlefish. The gasopod is technically passive. It's more of a herbivore, so kinda. Crashfish is not passive, but it's a herbivore. So this one's herbivores. And then this one is like carnivores. And so we've got the amp eel, the crab snake. Maybe he'll go in his little mushroom. Maybe. Okay, well not right now. We got the stalker. That's the sand shark. That's the bone shark. That's the lava lizard. I think that's everything that I got in there. Yeah, like I definitely talk more when there's others, but I do try to make it a very, like, that's why I have to play simple games that I can stop and be like, okay chat, because if it's too go go go, like Risk of Rain or Helldivers or something, I just won't be able to focus on both the game and talking. This is my observatory, because observatories are fun and aesthetic is always good. I like looking out and seeing what's around. And then on this side is the scanner room, so that way we can find materials easily. So this is like, we're right here. I don't know if you can really see it all that well, but like here's the arch that we're above. Over here is the little mushroom forest, and over here's the rest of the mushroom forest. Down here's the bulb zone. Up here's the mountain that leads up to the island with the gun on it. Yeah. And then over here is a moon pool for my sea moth. It's been named Hermit Purple by a previous chatter. I guess there's some JoJo meme about it, so that's that. And then to stay on theme, we named the prawn suit Star Platinum, which is also a JoJo reference. And then in here is the break room, and so there's the chips and the coffee maker. We'll get some coffee going. And this epic shot of, let's see if I can pull it up, of a Reaper Leviathan sneaking up on me. I thought they were supposed to be loud, but he totally snuck up on me. I was like out behind the Aurora scanning something, and I turn around and he was right there. It was terrifying. This is the bedroom. We got a cute little arcade toy, miniature, and Markiplier. Yeah, Markiplier. Keep calm. More coffee, a race car, and some of the variations of the fish. And so we've got the spine fish and the hoop fish, which look a lot alike, and the magma eye and the eye, which I think are just... No, the Reapers are the super loud ones, and so they actually use echolocation when they roar, and so like they see you when they roar, and like they're super loud. It's the ghost leviathans that are completely silent. Right before they attack, they roar, and that's the only sound they make. But the Reaper leviathans, like, you're supposed to be able to hear from miles away. But like this one, for some reason, didn't do its signature scream attack as it attacks, and it terrified me. Here's my laboratory. totally functional. Absolutely. I do so much science in here. Like, look at my fishies. We got a peeper, and I think that one's called an oculus. That's a boomerang and a magmarang. I just think it's really cool that there's like variations of the fish. And if I was like any kind of role player, I'd role play that I would say that, but I don't role play. And then up here is my bioreactor, which just ran out of juice. I've never played Payday, but sure. They're like completely silent, and they only make us like they roar right before they go for their attack, and so they're super scary and come out of nowhere. Well, the ghosts, like the Reapers, are supposed to be really loud and like in your face and grab you and attack you and like super aggressive. We got potatoes. We got whatever a marble melon is. These lantern fruits, which are super pretty. I really like the lantern fruits. And the bulbo tree, which I forget I even have because it's kind of boring. But they are pretty good. Yeah, exactly. They're completely silent until they like see you, and then they're like, it's time for death. And that's my... Oh, well, I guess there's also... I totally forgot the under storage area. And down here is the storage area with the water filtration unit, which costs a ton of electricity. And then lots of lockers, and behind them are all reinforced plating, so that way I don't have to put a bunch of ugly reinforced plating other places. Because... Ooh, radio. Radio.
This is
Radio.
Altera HQ. This may be your only communications window. We can't send a rescue ship all the way out there, so Aurora, you're just gonna have to meet us halfway. We've uploaded blueprints to the ship's computer.
Sandwich run, you in?
Yeah, give me a second. Black box data shows the high security terminal in the captain's quarters is still functional.
Becky's leaving like in 5 minutes.
All right, well, tell Becky I'll just take the regular.
The regular.
Yeah, she'll know what I mean. The code should
And
be...
if she doesn't,
Just tell her the regular, dude.
okay.
The
If
code...
I say regular, she's like, what's the regular? I have to come all the way back up here.
The code should be 2679. The regular's just a ham and cheese.
Okay, would you just say ham and cheese?
Ham and cheese!
Okay.
Alright, well, we already got that. That's how we figured out the blueprints for the spaceship. So it's not gonna be a lot of good. And that's why I just look up that code or remember it beforehand, just because I don't want to wait and wait and wait and wait for that radio to tell me when I could just take one trip to the Aurora and get the Aurora checked off. Because the Aurora, while a really cool and interesting place, it loses its charm after a few trips, and then it's just more of a hassle to get anywhere through it. Oh, look at you, beautiful. Fuel reserves. Oh man, I don't know if I have enough sulfur. And here I thought I picked up all the ingredients. We might have to take a quick detour. Oh, but look how cool it is. Can I change the color yet, or do I have to completely finish it? I think I have to completely finish it. Darn it. Well, we'll see how much sulfur we have. There might be some left in the Cyclops. But I don't think we have a ton. Oh my goodness, that's the scariest sounds, is those that you learn to fear. Not the ones that are just naturally scary. It's the ones that you learn to fear. Like the Warper. In this game, the Warper literally has given me like PTSD. Like, even though, like right now, because I'm cured, they're not gonna attack me. But even if one showed up and did its signature sound, you would see my heart rate just jump to triple digits. Just so high. They're so scary. It's just like, it's the ones that you learn to fear that are the scariest, because it comes with experience. Alright, doesn't seem like we have any sulfur here. So we'll have to go on a quick escapade unless we might just have enough. But it's definitely gonna be close. I don't even remember what locker I would have put it in. Other materials? Yep. Okay, we definitely don't have enough. That's a shame. Let's at least make what else we need so that way we can come back and immediately make it. 2 lithium. That's an entire storage down. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So much titanium. I'm curious what it sounds like now. The Payday 2 cloaker noise. Let's go on Payday 2 cloaker. Nope. Shoot. Cloaker. Nope. Cloaker sound. Here we go. Oh, I have heard this before. That's what that comes from? I've heard that sound before on like TikTok and stuff. Are these the cloaker? What's it? Payday 2 cloaker. If it's this thing, that would be... I would learn to be terrified of it. That's for sure. Payday 2 cloaker. Oh, is it just like a certain soldier type? Yeah, that sounds like a terrifying noise. That's like when Breath of the Wild first got like super popular. Everyone would make the sound, like make edits of the sound of when, I don't remember what in the world they were called, but the ones that shoot the giant laser beam at you because they like lock on and make a sound semi-similar to that. And I remember everyone being like, everyone saying that's what was giving them PTSD. I was like, I haven't played it yet. I was like, oh, I'm missing out. Lock on and proceed to drop kick you with no escape. That's terrifying. If that sound played when it, like, you know it's too late at that point kind of thing, that would be terrifying. We need batteries. Ion batteries. Shoot, we have to remake them? We can't just turn regular batteries into ion batteries? At least it's gold and silver, which is a lot better than copper. Copper's such a pain in the butt to get. 2 of those. 2 silver. Here we are. 2 gold. Silver and gold. Silver and gold. I don't remember the rest of the song. Ion battery. Ion battery. Oh, we need 2 rubber. 1, 2. There we go. Right? It would be too convenient. Why would they want my... Shoot! It takes 4 batteries. Ah, that's more than I thought. I don't know how to read. 1, 2. Nope, that's copper. And 1, 2. 1, 2. At this rate, we are gonna run out of even more materials. 1, 2. There we go. Now we have the 2 ion power. That's exactly why I don't move over to ion batteries, is because they might be a lot better, but they're so expensive to make. Alright, so we're gonna take the prawn suit. I think there was a path Let's look for transitions. Yeah, there's this path to the Lost River. I think it's right here. To the yeah, so that should take us right down there, and we should be able to find some sulfur down there. So that's straight northeast. That's straight east from our base. Let's go. East. And it's nighttime, because of course it is. There's supposed to be a giant cave here somewhere. But it's also supposed to be more on the mountain side. But we're very much still in the very bulb side. Where are you? I'm worried that I'm just gonna fall off the side of the map and then we'd have to like completely restart, or like I die and I have to remake this whole prawn suit. You know what? Before that happens, let's save here, because that would be very inconvenient. This looks like a giant hole. Is it this giant hole, or is this just a completely unrelated giant hole? This looks right. Yeah. Wait, speaking of which, have I ever scanned you? No. Pyro coral. Thank you for the headpats. I need to figure out how to make a sound so that way I can actually notice when it plays. Pyro coral. Coral species unlike any other encountered on this planet, and so far it relies on magma flow rather than water current to deliver nutrients. It's so cool how they have such in-depth knowledge and like lore behind every little plant and every little species. Like every fish, every plant, everything that you can scan has a little page of like a paragraph or two of what makes it special and interesting and cool. And I think that's so interesting. Huh? That's never a good sign. But I can't scan yet. Okay. I do think that there's a... Oh, I'll be able to show you the Ghost Leviathan. Whether I want to or not, we'll see it. Yeah, that was on my list, is to figure out how to play sounds like I want to add like the hello there from Star Wars, from Kenobi. Why, hello there, General Kenobi. So this is the Ghost Leviathan, and this one's actually a baby or a juvenile. To see them. See, that scream was what it makes right before it attacked that fish there. But otherwise, it's completely silent. So if I was like, blah, 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 looking this way, I wouldn't even know it was there. But apparently he's blind. Or too busy attacking other fish. That'd be fun. Yeah, Bloods. I have no idea how to do that yet, but I definitely, if I could figure that out, I think it would be fun. You should think of a sound or something specific that you'd want to play. And make sure it's not like a super common one that other people might want. And I'll figure out if I can get it and set it up somehow. Okay, so I need to take my arm off. The little drill arm, because sulfur only shows up in single pieces underneath, mostly underneath this green acid. So it's not going to be very helpful if I can't grab it. Or have to take damage every time I grab it. Alright, come on, sulfur. I literally only need 2 pieces, but I'd like more. Yeah, that'd be cool. I don't really... Yeah. I could figure that out. I would love to do that. It was a TikTok, like I learned most of my things through TikTok and YouTube. So there was a TikTok that was talking about how to do sounds. And so once I figure out how to do sounds, that'd be really cool. But then I would need, I'd need to figure out a way to make it personal or personalized. And so maybe I can create like a custom role or something. What are you? You're gold. You're not what I need. I need sulfur. Sulfur! Why have I not seen a single speck of it? There's uraninite. Oh, which I never use. Oh, the Imperial March would be fun. And unique enough that, like, no one else should be needing that. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Imperial March. I can actually remember that sound. So, yeah, when I get around to working on it, I'll keep that in mind. I want to... There's a handful of things I want to start working on. Like I said, I want to change the little throwing system. So that way when I go like this, I get, like, certain items will cost more to throw, but also knock me out longer. I want to figure out how to add noise suppression, so that way when I go, you don't hear all my click clacks. Am I breathing, or like if I cough? Star Wars fan. Star Wars is really cool. I would love to get more into it, but I also want to, like, when I get into a series, I like to learn all its lore and stuff. And Star Wars is just so much, with so much lore, and so much of it contradicts itself later on, and it's a lot. And so, like, I have a hard time getting, like, really into it, but I do really like a lot of the Star Wars lore. I love the Darksaber a lot. And I love all the different lightsaber colors. I was watching a video about that the other day. And I think it's really cool how, like, all the all the like lightsabers kind of mean something else. I think my favorite was I think it's white, where it's you take one of the the bleeded crystals, so one of the red crystals, and then you heal it again, so you take it from neutral to bad to good, and it turns white. And I think that's really cool. And I really like the Darksaber. I know it's edgy and basic pick, but I think that's really cool. I don't really like how it changes weight though, but I think it would be really cool to just have a normal lightsaber with the colors, or like inverse colors to that. That'd be really cool, because I think it's like black with a white edge, so white with a black edge would be really cool. Let's see if my memory serves me well, but either way, both color schematics would be really cool. Man, why am I not seeing any sulfur? I haven't seen a single piece. A ton of uraninite, but that's not what I need. There's some magnetite, some silver, a bunch of sandstone. I honestly don't think there's any more further down. I don't think there's a ton. yeah, I don't think there's a ton down there. And it's going to be a pain in the butt to get back up if we go down further. So we'll go check further up. The Soul Saber. Soul Saber. That sounds dope. Soul Saber. Star Wars. This one? Oh, that does look so cool. I never knew this was a thing. I thought there was only one purple. Soul Saver Wikipedia. Shoot. Nope, you're an ad. Do I not get a appearances? Nope. Child of Light. Soul Saber first appearance, whatever. Oh, what a picture! It's not. Because this one just looks red. Well, the hilt looks dope. It also just looks like a typical red saber. Side weapon was similar in design to a lightsaber. So wait, it's not a lightsaber? Saber 45 centimeter long hilt consisted of a deep black cylindrical rod wrapped in bronze-like metal that was formed to the shape of a dragon. So yeah, this one looks like the closest appearance. But it also, that didn't mention anything about its color. Appearance. Nope, that's not what I want to hit. Similar design to a lightsaber. Bronze-like metal, shaped of the dragon. A 1.5 meter blade of energy was emitted. Violet hue. Oh, that's cool. It's sort of an obsidian colored core with blood red flakes. Flashing up and down the blade length. That actually sounds so cool. What was it? A violet blade, a deep violet blade with obsidian colored core with red flicks along the hilt. So yeah, they actually nailed this. Well, I think it could look cooler than this picture. I think this is a pretty close description of it. Open image in new tab. Here we go. Nope. Yes. I'd imagine the dragon looked way cooler with the blood red flakes, the purple hue. Yeah, that looks really cool. Man, now you're having me considering changing my favorite color. Lightsaber. Yeah. Well, they gotta have something to release in the next few years. Something that keeps... They're not gonna kill off the Star Wars franchise just yet. They gotta have something to show off. Nope, that's uranite. Man, I'm just not seeing any sulfur. Where could it be? I wonder if materials regenerate, and that's my problem. Did I already like farm this area out? Do I need to go to a different area? We're just gonna keep moving up the Lost River, I guess. Because it's supposed to be down here. Somewhere, supposedly. From the Sith Empire days. Man, I wonder what colors could... I honestly thought that, like, the only purple one was, Mace Windu's, I think it was. That's literally just because he wanted one. He was like the actor who played in the movie. I want to say the name, but I'm sure I'd get it wrong. I'd name a completely wrong actor. Just wanted something more unique, and they were like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" And while stop that. In lore, it just means that he's like balanced the, like, has a better balance between the, like the dark and light side of the forces. Which then makes me believe that like that purple color from the Sith side is kind of like the reverse. Yeah, Samuel L. Jackson. Okay, that's what I wanted to say, but I didn't want to say that and people be like, not even close. And I'm like, shit. Oh, look, finally, sulfur. But it's now my headcanon. Stop that. Go away. Give me my sulfur. It's now my headcanon that in the reverse is that the Soul Saber. That well, Samuel L. Jackson's purple is more light than dark side, but still tapping into the other side. The Soul Saber taps in more dark than light side, but still taps into the light side a little bit. I think that's my personal headcanon, even though I did not read more than 2 sentences on the wiki page. Finally, here's all the sulfur. Oh my goodness. It was all hiding from me over here in this corner. Bro. Thank you. Like, man, this is worse than my aim in most games. Like, this shouldn't be so difficult to grab just a single piece. I think I do. If I remember right, that's how he dies. But it's been so long. This is dark side. Fine, just ruin my daydreams. I like my headcanon better. I wonder what, like, so there's like, are you gonna attack me? I hear you. I hear you, but I don't see you. Oh, there it is. I wonder what would happen if you don't take particular sides. Like, I only remember, like, every lightsaber I learned about was like you had to take a side or had strong emotions on this side or that side, or was able to harness both sides. Could you piss off? Oh my goodness, why is everyone here? I'm leaving. I need to go... Where's the head? Where is the skull? It's that way, so we need to go that way. Like, every lightsaber and every Jedi Master and Sith Lord, like, they always channel emotion, like rage or peace and stuff like that. So dark head presence. That's cool. That's really cool. I wonder what would happen if you just took, like, someone who doesn't have any strong attachment to any side. It's like totally neutral, not light, not dark, and doesn't care for either side. Because I feel like each, like, all the others always say, like, they had a strong connection to both sides, or one side, or something like that. And so, what color would it give you if you just, like, channeled nothing into it? Let's go. Alright, so we got the sulfur. I think there's only like one more piece left before we can finish building this. I haven't seen any radio message yet. I'm really waiting on that sunbeam message. I'd really like that any day now, because if we finish with this rocket ship before that. I don't know how I'm gonna stall for time. We do still need to go look for the Sea Emperor's babies that should have grown up by now. Is yellow emotional detachment? I feel like yellow is like such a strong color for emotional detachment. Because psychologically, yellow is supposed to mean fear. That's... I think it's yellow. Yeah, I think it's yellow. That's why in like the Green Lantern and stuff, yellow is the color for the enemy and for fear, because that's like the opposite of courage kind of stuff. Like, so like psychologically, yellow kind of represents fear. But oh, sweet, here. Well, that's good to know. But I know that also like most people associate yellow with like joy and happiness and the sun. And so I wonder why that is. Other fun, interesting fact. So look at Jedi Temple Guard. Oh yeah, I've seen those. But aren't they like Jedi Temple Guard? The Christian honor tradition of the Jedi, pulled from the ranks to become sentinels, lifelong commitment, sealed with calling to make absolute emotional detachment. I don't know. I mean, if you're duty bound to guard the light side's temple, that kind of sounds like an emotional attachment to me. For committing treasonous acts against the Order and the Republic. At the end of the Clone Wars, the fellow Jedi Galactic once survived the Jedi version. The dark side of the voice. The former character was granted by the title of Great Inquisitor during the Age of the Empire. The Grand Inquisitor committed suicide after failing to defeat Padawan Kanan Jarrus. Man, that looks like piss. They've got a piss saber. Like, I don't know how else they would make a yellow saber, but that definitely looks like like such a... I feel like that's a weird shade of yellow. I don't know how they can make it look more gold-like, but I feel like they should have tried. I was talking about color facts. So like a lot of, there's a lot of studies into color psychology. I'm trying to, if you're wondering why I'm standing here, I've got the thermal reactor, so I'm trying to gain more energy on the way up. So that way I don't run out of energy before I get back to the base. But yeah, there's a lot of research into color schematics. Like, red is said to make you, like, is a bunch of things actually. It's said to make you hungry, which is why most, like a lot of restaurants have red in their design. Think Domino's is red, McDonald's is red and yellow, Arby's is red, Wendy's is red, most pizza places are red. That's why red is used, is because it's supposed to make you like unconsciously hungry. It's also in studies versus in gaming, red has often led to more irrational thought and like instinctual thought, so like rage and just playing it by instinct instead of actually thinking about what you're doing. Well, blue often correlates to the opposite of that, where it's studies show that it evokes like more calm, collected thinking and reasoning, allowing for more like controlled thinking. So like it's really good in strategy games, but red is really good in like high intense shooter games. because like it's all about the instinct, and you need to be like aggressive and hard to predict and stuff like that. And so like that's why red is like pretty good, or like often wins, or helps contribute to often wins in like team fights and in Call of Duty and Halo and other stuff like that. While more strategy like games that require more calm thoughts and stuff like that, blue often wins more often. But it's been years since I read that research paper, so it might have been debunked by now. Green is supposed to make time feel like it's going by faster, and so kind of like how fun things go by quickly. Green is supposed to make things feel like they go by faster. White makes things look or like psychologically feel lighter than they actually are. So if you're carrying a dumbbell that was painted white, your brain would think it's lighter than a dumbbell colored black. Which then makes me wonder why all dumbbells are colored black. Sulfur over here. Because like, if you want to hit your PR, might as well, like, why is it black? Have it white and trick your brain into thinking like, yeah, that's light. I could easily do that. That's so much smarter. Okay, let's go build the whatever it's called. Fuel reserves, I think that one is. Like I said earlier, yellow is supposed to represent fear in that study, but that's the one that like makes me kind of doubt that study. I'm like, I've never really correlated or thought about yellow as fear. Like, I can see how red is rage and like instinct, because that's like the color of blood, and so it's like years and years of evolution about like red means dead kind of stuff. It is a very cool idea for a saber. I think the guards are very interesting. What's next? Yeah, okay, so we just have the, oh man, we have to get the shield generator. I don't know what that's gonna cost. Shield generator. Nope. This one? Pricey, but not ridiculously pricey. Plasteel. Hey, look, enameled glass. I knew getting some enamel would come in handy. Oh, right. We should check the radio. Lava crystal saber. Alright, if you're daring me, I have to look it up on my side screen just in case. Lava crystal saber. Okay, I don't see anything bad. This really just looks like orange and red. They really need to do a better job of representing pictures. Lava crystal can be found in the volcanic planets, obviously. A blade that resembled lava. Oh, that's cool. The crystal itself is less focused and concentrated than normal crystals. Therefore, lava itself is generated from the extreme heat of the dense, heavy blade, creating bits of flame and lava, sometimes splashed and dripped out from the blade itself. This crystal is rumored to be very powerful. Oh, that's actually really cool. That's really cool. And it froze. I don't know why, but my Google keeps freezing. I need to like turn off all the AI bullcrap or something, because I think that's part of it. Polyine. That's salt, deep shroom, and gold? Deep shroom, salt, Gold. Oh my goodness, I'm so good at this game. Are these my deep shrooms? Acid shrooms, deep shrooms. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Stab. There we go. Now we can replant all of those. 3, 4. Let's get something. Oh, right. I keep forgetting. I wanted to check what the radio said.
This is Life Pod 7.
Darn it.
Coordinates attached. Pod is structurally sound, but the
Read
fabricator's
the description.
bust.
I'm not going
Requesting assistance. 7 out.
read a description. Of the lava crystal? Okay. Lava crystal was a wait, no, we already read that. Behind the scenes was created by using Chu Gondar Cube, a warmly glowing engine component. And then it goes on to correct itself with warmly glowing skull, a warmly glowing artifact. That's all they have on this. I don't have appearance. Star Wars Galaxy's Trials of Obi-Wan. The one and only appearance. Okay.
Coordinates corrupted. Approximate transmission origin recorded to data bank.
LifePod 7. Looks like it's in... Oh, that's the one that had problems with its fabricator. The fabricator just got broken on the way down, so it started making toys. That's where we found the Markiplier thing, the car, and I want to say the plushie, but I'm not confident in that. Okay, salt. 1 salt. A gold. Gold. Here we go. I think that's what we need for the polyine. Polyurethane, whatever. Let's get some quartz. Polyline. Over here. We're gonna need the stalker tooth. Some glass. Gonna need some copper. 2 coppers actually. Or 4 coppers in total. Man, this one's expensive. Let's see. So that's the glass. Is that advanced wiring kit? What's it take for the advanced wiring kit? Computer, another wiring kit, gold. Okay. So we're gonna need what? 2 silver. Oh, we can mark off all the polyurethane crap. That one, there we go. Copper, 2 plants. 2 plants. And then we're gonna need a total of 3 gold. Yeah, hey snacks! I love snacks. I wish I had a snack right now. Then again, I did eat dinner right before stream. Try to eat dinner right before stream, so that way I'm not going to be hungry throughout it and I don't have to stop to eat. Okay, that's advanced wiring kit. What's it take for the power cell? 2 batteries and a silicone rubber. I could do that. Finally, something to use all these batteries on. Let's go. Holy crap, we have a titanium ingot? And I've just been wasting it in here? Let's use it. And that's 2 lithium to make it in. 2 lithium. And another chip. So that's 2 copper. Wait, no. We already got the copper we needed. 2 copper, some plants. 2 plant. And a gold. Lots of gold. Glad I stocked up. Man, we might just barely have enough for everything. I can't believe we do, because this has been cutting it close. There we go. There we go. Making a music video at the school. Oh, that's really cool. Unfortunately, I have no idea who that is, but that's pretty cool. I'll look into him after stream. Nox? Alright, where the frick do I build this? In the Cyclops? Do I have to go all the way into the Cyclops to build this thing? Meaning you literally couldn't leave the planet until you build a Cyclops? How in the world does a speedrunner do this? I've seen some speedrunner crap, and like they do some crazy maneuvers to get way far down without having to build a single thing. So how in the world do they build this? Oh, well I guess they have to go find the free one that's made. Because there's like one specific wreck that has the shield generator, I think it is. Speedrunners are a different breed. I could never. It would take so much to remember exactly what I'd need to do next. And then, like, actually executing it. Wait, where am I going? We needed to go up to the surface. We're about to finish it. Going up. I like this little thing. This is my first gameplay actually using this. The first time like right after it got added, I tried it out and I think it bugged. So this little airbag never worked. And so I kind of wrote it off as junk. But this playthrough, a chatter suggested that I try using it. So here we are, and it's actually working. Oh, I love the music in this game. It does such a great job of having such a futuristic alien, like futuristic vibe to it. And for the alien parts, it feels very alien. For the human, like constructions, it feels very human industrial. And like the deep echoing sounds for water. Ah, it just does such a great job with music.
Neptune 1 rocket online.
Alright. Darth Elk. You said black. Red. Let's go like maybe like an orange to kind of match. Like a dark orange. Yeah, yeah. And then the name, we'll leave in white so that way it's easy to read. Actually maybe a purple, like a dark purple would be cool. How's that? Yeah, I think that works. Maybe a little darker. I don't know, I think purple works really well with black and red. But it's hard to read, I don't know. Because white is too contrasty. We could also do red for the name. Like a bright red. Yeah! Okay, let's dark it down a little bit, but... There, what's that look like? Much better. There we go. Alright, now we can clear that. Wait, actually, yes. Purple main body, red intricate, black core. So wait, you want to change the base to purple? So like something like that. Red for the stripes. Wait, let's see. It was. I don't even remember how it went. Intricate black core. Black. Let's see, a black name. Actually, let's go. I still like the red name, just because it stands out enough. Something like that. I don't like that purple. Let's change the purple. Let's see if I can angle my screen to see it. I wish there was a better purple. It just doesn't like pop. something like that. That's the closest it gets. You can go more pink, but is that the reddest it gets? It does. Okay. I don't know why, but they like certain like some of the stripes and stuff are so saturated sometimes. Sweet. Wait. Well, we're still waiting on some of the final things. So let's. So we can't leave yet. We're waiting on a radio signal from the sunbeam, if it ever shows up. But we can start setting it. Let's wait till later to set it up. Oh, that energy core is so cool. But I want to remember what it requires for the time capsule. Time capsule. It can hold 6 spots, an image, and a message. And speak of the devil, a radio. Alright, what do we want to throw in the time capsule? Something useful for beginners and those that are in the mid-game. YOLO! Oh, that was close. That was a little too close. I didn't hit the jump button enough. A knife. Ooh, yeah, the thermal knife would be perfect. I think that would be great for mid-game and early game. Just 'cause it's so convenient.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
It still leaves us with 5 slots. So maybe a battery or 2? Darn it! Gosh darn it, Aurora, or not Aurora, Sunbeam?
The captain is gone. I have assumed command. The last thing the
take that
captain did
shell,
was give me
throw it
coordinates
away.
for dry land. We regroup 1.5 kilometers southwest of the crash site. Stay together and good luck.
Alright,
This message will now repeat.
Rendezvous coordinates corrupted. Transmission
Where
origin
is-
coordinates downloaded. Signal
We'll just
location
make a new
uploaded to
knife.
PDA.
because we got the time and the means. I think it was an extra battery just to make it a lava knife. Wherever the knife went. Here, survival knife. Okay, and then a thermal blade. Okay, so that's a knife down. So we'll throw it in. Ooh, that's bright. We'll throw it in a bag right here. Okay. So one item down. Get rid of this all. Let's see, what else do we have in our equipment? I've got a stasis rifle. We could give them a stasis rifle. Yeah, I think a stasis rifle. And so that's 4, 5. So we've got one more slot to give them something. 4. Refill this. What do we want to fill? We could give them a battery. We could make them an ion battery. Or let's see. Well, let's come up with some ideas. We've got an ion battery. We could give them one of the vehicle upgrades. So maybe like a depth module. What's it take to make a Seamoth depth module? This one. So that's 2 glass and a titanium. So I think we can make that easily enough. We still have plenty of titanium. 4, 8, 9, 10. Inspirations, I love it. Glass. Titanium. Glass. And then what's it take to build more? Depth module 2. Ah, that's another plasteel. That's so much. We've got enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I might have miscounted there. Oh wait, I don't have enough. Okay, now 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Okay. I did miscount, but I counted one more than needed. Sweet. 2 magnetite. A ruby. Oh no, 3 rubies. 2, 3. Some enameled glass, which means we need more glass, and a tooth. And watch, it's not even gonna let me give this. I'm calling it right now. I think it's gonna be like, you can't add vehicle upgrades to the pod. And I'm like, darn it, this is all gonna be a waste of my time. Okay, so shoot, we need to go all the way back up there to make it, to come all the way back down here and upgrade it. There we go. Radio? Nope, still nothing. Down here. Module 2. Module 3. Alright. Okay, so we can drop that 1 titanium now. We don't need it in our inventory, clogging up space. So let's see if it will let us stuff all this in. Where'd our little floaty go? Why is that not selected? Going up. This really is so convenient for going up really fast. If I knew how to do a pull. Let's see if I can do a poll. Cheer? No. Chat settings? No. I have no idea how to make a poll. I would make a poll and have us bet on what the chance is, but I have no idea how to do that. Maybe that will also be on a list of things I need to learn before next stream. I think if we could finish Subnautica this stream, which we're literally just need to go see the sunbeam show up, then I will start streaming on YouTube and Twitch at the same time next stream. Hopefully, if I can figure that out. And okay, so that fits. That fits. Ha! Yes! Oh, wait, no, I needed to add a message. No, stop. Let me add a message. Image. Here we go. Do we want... We'll add this one. I like this one. Yeah, I'll be mostly reading Twitch anyway. Just because I don't even know how to look at a YouTube chat. Should be careful not to choke on your aspirations. Alright, I'm counting on you to spell this correctly because I have no idea how to spell A-P-R-A-T-I-O-N-S. Aspirations. Okay.
Time capsule ready.
There we go. Sweet. I honestly did not think that would work. Chicken nuggets, bro. It's a Tuesday. Tuesdays are the worst. You could be lazy on a Tuesday. Tuesdays are the worst day of the week, and I don't think anyone can convince me otherwise.
Pressurizing hydraulics.
Because, like, Monday, you're at least rested from the weekend.
Auxiliary power unit online.
And, like, Monday, you're rested from the weekend. You're, like, all awake and all ready.
Communications systems array active.
And, like, clear of mind. And I feel like Mondays go by the fastest, in my opinion at least. While Tuesdays, you're tired from Monday, but you still have the rest of the week. The rest of the week to deal with. You're like, ugh. Well, Wednesdays, you're at least like, okay, I'm halfway through the week. And Thursdays, you're like, come on, one more day till Friday. A week's basically over. And Friday, the week is over. It's just relax from then on. So Tuesdays are obviously the worst days of the week. And so you gotta have something to look forward to, or something to like treat yourself on them. Okay. Do I have a message yet? No, still nothing. All right, so we're gonna look up. Where do the baby sea emperors go in Subnautica? The dunes, let's see if I can find a map. So no map. I could have sworn I've seen a map before, but I'm not seeing one. Hatch them and teleport through the spurs to 5. They spread out to release the enzyme. Blah blah blah. The grassy plateaus border. Quarantine enforcement platform. Maybe we should go look at this one, because it's super close. But kitties are amazing. I love kitties. Cats are so cute. Located in the southeastern Weather Blood Kelp. Grand Reef. Beneath the floating island. Ooh, this one would be really easy to find. Let's go check out if we can find that one. We might want like a sonar upgrade. What's it take for the sonar upgrade? Okay, that's super cheap. Let's make this so that way we can easily locate it. Sonar, that's 2 copper and 2 magnetite. 1, 2. Oh wait. Is this the radio we've been waiting for?
This is Life Pod 4.
No. Gosh
We've landed
darn it.
close to the Aurora. Flotation device is active, but we've got some big old fish in the water with us. I don't know how long we're going to last.
Chicken.
We're close
Chick-fil-A
to the crash site, so bring
sauce. Let's
radiation
go.
protection. 4 out.
Signal coordinates
Did you
correct.
know that they sell, I think it's Chick-fil-A sauce in Walmart? And so you can pick up like big bottles of Chick-fil-A sauce in Walmart. At least I think it's Walmart. We don't need that. Just place that. Okay. Off we go to go see if we can find the baby
All systems online.
or like sea emperor. Well, it's not the closest one. It is probably going to be the easiest to actually locate. The other one just kind of said in the mountain area. And it's like, that's not helpful. I don't want to start triangulating on a map to figure out where the others are. But I know where the big island is. That's easy to find. Maybe we'll hit up some of these life pods while we've got the time. Because we are just kind of waiting for the radio. I knew I should have started clicking them sooner. But I didn't want to chance accidentally getting the next sunbeam one. And it just show up and be like, well, now it's gone. This island. You can tell because of the big smoke cloud that's right where the island is. That's how they get around not having to render it until you're right up on it. Right here, there's a giant cloud that's passing behind it. You can kind of tell that it looks different and isn't moving. That's where the islands are. You can actually look at the other one that we just came from, right there. And they don't want to render it because it's a lot to render when you're not close by. So they just cover it up with the big cloud. Which does make it super convenient to figure out where you are in relation to them. I do wish this went like out all faster. I love sonar. Sonar's so cool and fun to use, but it costs so much electricity most of the time. And I think it also alerts some of the monsters to you, so like I think the Reaper Leviathan will then use that sonar against you. I think. Don't quote me on that. I might not be right. There's the island. There's supposed to be a sea emperor, and we'll see how big he grew. Hey, thank you. Not seeing anything yet. Wait, I could have sworn I saw something over here. Holy crap, I must be going crazy or something. It said directly beneath this island. So, where's the center-ish? Is this... Nope, that's the other side, I think. That's about the center-ish, I guess. Hello? Well, maybe he's further down. We're so gonna get attacked by something, I'm calling it right now. It's gonna be not very fun. If this gives me my first death in the game, I'm gonna be so upset. Well, hey look, sea treaders. More sea treaders. Hear big monster off in the distance. Come on, where is it? Hello? Here's something off that direction. I want to see what this giant rock is. Whoa, this is pretty cool. I don't think I've ever seen this. This is cool. Holy crap, I never realized just how many sea treasure herds there are. That's pretty cool. Yay, food. Food's always good. Where? Oh, where could you be? Oh, where? Oh, where? Yep, nothing. I don't see nothing. Man, where is this boyo? There was a command that someone taught me. Let's see if I can figure it out. Nope. F1? F2? Ah, it's F1. Okay. So that's how I figure out coordinates. Can I figure out the coordinates? Let's see. Grand Reef in the southern section of the map directly underneath the floating island. Well, we already looked there. Where is the floating island? We did wander off from it. Where'd it go? Hello? Come up. Go down. Just off this direction. Look at how well that solar charging works. It's so good. There's the island. So instead of swimming down, we'll just go directly down. That way we know we're directly under it. Fine, so we're directly under it. So now we'll go directly down. I'll just hold the go down button. And maybe like the rotate button. Any day now. Okay, we're directly under it. Where are you? Hello? Man, why is this? He should be gigantic. Why is it so hard to find him? It's a W exercise? What is? Oh, like moving around looking for him? Yeah, it is. See, I'm on controller. It's just like my whole hand exercise. That's how I'm able to go sideways and down and scan at the same time. Lung and crunch. I honestly don't know what my favorite exercise is. Man, I hate all the ones that are probably good for you. Like burpees. I hate burpees with such a passion, but they're such a good exercise. Alright, screw it. This one's not here or something. Maybe it died. Nope, that's not what I wanted. But maybe it'll tell me. That's not helpful at all. Okay, in the southeastern corner behind the Aurora. Southeastern. North, east, south, eastern. So like somewhere behind the Aurora? What? Where'd he go? The Cragfield. Located in the southeastern. Oh, Cragfield. So somewhere right here, I guess. And we're right here-ish. Will it tell me? Leviathan? Nope. Ghost Leviathans. Oh. Sea treasure herd. Sea treasure herd. Sea treasure herd. Nope. Well, that's no help. So I think it's like right here. So we'll go check out over there real quick. Excuse me? Oh, it's a sea treader. I was like, what? So we're going this way. Up, up, and away. Oh, look, it's a ghost leviathan. Ooh, that one might be an adult. Oh, I kind of want to scan it. Kind of like really want to scan it. Oh, I know this is a bad idea. You missed me. You missed me. You're a nerd. You're a nerd. Ha 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 ha. Catch me, catch me. Okay, you can stop chasing now. And swim off. That way I can scan you. No, no, don't swim off that far. Come on, man. You're too fast for me. You bully. And he's gone. Oh, there he is. Okay, wait. He seems to have slowed down. Don't move. Owie. No, hey, I'm supposed to be scanning you. Oh, you bully. Guess I just won't get a chance to scan you. I'll have to give up before I die. Nope. Zap. The zap doesn't do anything. That's very rude. What good is a zap if it doesn't hurt them? Yeah, I called him a nerd. That dumb punk. What a nerd. Look, it's a reefy. I love reefies. Yeah. Let's see, I've still got 40 minutes to see if I can find this guy and get out of here before then. Wait, what are you? No, you're just a dumb shark. Come on. No, I don't think the sunbeam's got 40 minutes. I really hope it doesn't. I just got, like, I've got the time to stream for 40 minutes if I need to. So, southeast. This way somewhere? Come on. Maybe we just won't be able to get to see him. That'd be sad. But wait, I'll show you the pictures. Like when I wait, was that it? No, you're just another shark. This way. No idea why it's so cute, but it's so simple because it was super cheap. I paid like 20 bucks ish on VGen for it, and so it's not a custom made specifically for me model or anything like that. It's just like a really cheap, easy one. But I added the antlers myself, which are just like a PNG that I got off of Adobe, I wanted to say. It was such a pain to find antlers that worked and looked good. But I'm happy with the way it turned out. I am slowly saving up to then like commission my own model because that's the Reaper. You're not who I need. Because, well, I really do like this this character and like the way it looks. I wanted something more unique and more expressive because I can smile. Let's see. And open. But as you can see, my mouth doesn't really match my movements all that well. And I don't think that's because of my camera. I think that's just the mouth movements aren't very fluid. And then I've only got like a handful of toggles. I can cry. I can be angry eyebrows. I've got buck teeth. I love the buck teeth, they're so funny. I've got puffed up cheeks, which are the only ones that I can do naturally if I just use my face. I go. And those, like, I don't need to hit a key for those ones, but half the time it just triggers that anyway, which is obnoxious. I've got, they call this fish eye. I just call it soulless eyes. I've got, let's see. I got blush, which I think is really cute. I think that's fun. I've got drop shadow. Got hard eyes. We got star eyes, which I always forget that I have half of these, and so I never use them because they're so inconvenient to actually trigger. And then I think that's all of them. Or I could trigger multiple at once like this. And then I've got a keybind that lets me reset it all. It's all on my number pad, so I hit right control and then I can select different numbers and then 0 to reset it all. And so it's kind of a problem. I would love to see that. Let's see if I can recreate it. Nope, that's not how it is. I also have like quick controls, so I have this corner, and up. I do have a Discord. It's in my it should be in my socials, on my Twitch channel, I think. Please be
This is
the
Life Pod 2 coordinates.
Darn it!
We're way past our safe depth and bleeding O2. We'll have to swim for the surface. But it's
I want
500 meters straight up.
the sunbait.
We'll make for the
1, 2,
rendezvous and keep you posted.
Yeah,
Out.
I do have a Discord up and running for the community, but it's not like I've been trying to figure it out. Apparently, setting up a Discord is kind of complicated. I don't know how to do anything. I've never set up a Discord before, and so I'm struggling to figure it out. Okay, let's see if I can open this on stream without doxing myself. Discord, please don't open. No, okay. It's opening on the other screen. Okay, I was like, no. Yeah, I'm on my personal account, so that's good that I didn't open it there. Switch accounts, switch. Alright, here we go. Live stream chat. I love it. I love it. That's so funny. Yeah, so I want to add like so much stuff, but I don't know how. I want to add, like, I don't have anything for like moderators or other members or like special members or anything, and I have no idea how to do that. I would also like to, like, I've seen one of my friends has it set up so that way you can, in the welcome and rules, before you select anything, you can select an emoji and it will like then give you that like access to those certain text channels. Like I think in this Neurosama one, when I first selected it, you can choose if you want the live stream one or just the art kind of stuff or just the memes kind of stuff. At least I think that was it. Also, like, I like how they indented this in each individual one, but I have no idea. How to friends? No. Okay. My one of the other Discord members said that it's not here. It's on different one. But one of the Discord members said that Momi tries to sell you stuff. So I haven't been responding. Sorry, Momi. Like if you're a cool person, chat more. I don't know. But yeah, I'll get more into that. Yeah, I would love to make you a mod. I think that would be lots of fun. I honestly have no idea what a mod can do. I don't really interact with them, but if you could just help keep the chat clean, follow the rules that are the same as Discord, which is like be kind, obviously, no discrimination, obviously, no controversial topics, and so like I don't want to be talking about I don't know, like political stuff, like who I vote for or anything like that. That's just going to make people angry and it's not worth talking about, and I don't care enough anyway. Obviously no NSFW content, no 18 plus content. Don't be like nobody's spamming. That's just obnoxious. Don't like unnecessarily ping me because like all of us have different sleep schedules and I've got a job and other stuff to do, so I can't be checking my Discord every 10 seconds. Oh, you know what? If I ever become big enough for body pillows, that will be a different conversation. But that is hilarious. So, you know, the exceptions might be made. Obviously be nice, be kind. The mods like respect the ones that are moderators, like they're the ones that I trust to carry out what I want to. So don't be like interrupting with an entirely different off-topic thing. And so like if they're all talking about I don't know Pokemon and then somebody comes in and starts bringing up Beyblades, that's kind of like completely unrelated. That's kind of rude to everyone else. But like if the topic's died and no one's talked about in hours, you can switch the subject. I don't care. I only speak English, and so I can't monitor all other languages, and so only English because I can't tell if you're writing slurs or not. Don't promote yourself or try to sell things directly in here. This isn't like I'm fine if you're like, hey, I'm a streamer. Like stuff like that, but don't be like, oh, I'm live like right now, or like come buy my merch or something like that. That's kind of rude. Create your own Discord for that. And if I've missed something, obviously don't like, these aren't laws. There's like, don't try to create a loophole. Don't try to create drama, and no NSFW like profiles, names, messages, anything about me's, nothing like that either. And so there. Since I'll be making you a mod, Blood, those are rules that I hope you'll help keep up and enforce. Let's see. Okay, I wanted to show the pictures of these guys. So like they started out so small, like this little guy, he's such a little boy, but then they grow up to be like this big, like the typical size, but I couldn't find any. Also, do we have any? Okay, so we can check off that. That's literally all we have left to do. Oh, okay. I'll do that after stream, so that way I'm not taking up other people's times. But all of those rules and stuff will be carried over to everything: stream, Discord, TikTok comments, literally everything. Because I feel like those are just, you know, basic rules, like pretty standard stuff. Oh, I wanted to get a med kit, and then we're gonna go look, see if we can find one of these. I think if we're lucky enough, we can find the one over here in the mountain area, because it said it was around where the, like, the portal is. So it should just be around this hill.
All systems online.
So hopefully we can run into it and find one while we wait for the Aurora message. Yeah, sure, I don't see why not. But, like, obviously, don't break any of the rules or I will demod you, but I trust you. You seem good. You seem kind. And as one of my first chatters and actual people to show up and stream, I think that's earned a reward. What? Wait, there's been another Reaper Leviathan down here this entire time? I never knew that Reaper Leviathan existed. Wait, it said it should be around here somewhere. But maybe it just, like, despawned or something. That's a total possibility. That it just decided not to spawn in. Or it glitched out and didn't load them in. It's like, I know it's easy, but I also don't know how to, like, give permissions and specific permissions. So I'll figure it out. It shouldn't take too long. That's why I'll just do it after stream. Quick and easy. He was supposed to be here. Where'd he go? Yeah. I don't see jack squat. Well, guess he's not here. That one I have no idea, but I mean the moderator would be something that you get to keep. Who knows? Maybe there's a special one for like first time, like first moderator ever or something. I don't know. Man, I'm sad that I can't find these Sea Emperors. Like, they're just not showing up where they're supposed to be. And then again, Google could just be completely lying to me. That's a decent possibility. Why don't I get the radio messages? Alright. Well, we've got like 20 minutes left. Grandmaster Bond. So I really wanted to want to finish this stream today. So if the Aurora doesn't show up within like the next 10 to 15 minutes, this message doesn't show up, then we'll just leave the planet and we'll have to scrap it. In the meantime, let's go check out these other life pods, because why not? Think you, why you, is
All systems online.
CTO. Oh, I thought he was a cafeteria guy. Maybe I'm thinking of someone else. No, that one's the cafeteria guy. How deep is this one? 500 meters deep. Man. Nice. Let's see if we can scan for it. Maybe we'll just lucky enough to run into it or something. You can hear the Reaper Leviathan way down there. But the Skipper is supposed to be like literally like right around this portal somewhere. This is a bunch of baloney. Makes me very upsetty, spaghetti. Oh no. I've been working on this video, but that I've been trying to create. It's okay. I'll spoil it a little bit. It's a subnatica video. I'm not going to be doing a lot of YouTube videos, but except for like shorts. But this is one of the few. Maybe I'll do like one YouTube video per game that I play or something. Or if I ever just like can think of something creative. But this one is like what happens if you stick a bunch of the little floaters on a Reaper or Ghost Leviathan. And so I'm trying to edit that down to make it cohesive and like actually enjoyable to watch. But when I recorded it all, it took me like an hour and a half to record it. And so I need to somehow fit an hour and a half into like 20-30 minutes long video. And I don't know how to do the little speed up effect on, I use DaVinci Resolve. And so I am working on that. So that's something to look forward to. I've been trying to figure that out. And I've also been trying to come up with like a clever video for Below Zero once I get playing that. Okay, we've already been here, so that was a good waste of time. By good, I mean not at all. That was a terrible waste of time. Okay. I wonder if there's a command. Whoa! That is something I do need to work on. I've been like, my attention's been so split between things I want to learn how to do and add to my channel. Because like between each stream, I want to try and add or learn one thing that's new. Whether that be something new on TikTok, an effect, or something new for you guys in chat. So like those little GIFs and pictures are something that I'm interested in learning how to create. I also would love, like, I've been debating on if I should just buy, like hire someone to make the little chibi arts of my character, or if I should just wait till I have a character of my own. Oh, yes, another radio message. Okay, we'll check this out real fast and then head home.
Live pod launch sequence initiated. Entering planetary atmosphere.
My creators, the cherishers and sustainers of worlds, give me this day my daily pleasures as I give to those who seek pleasures from me.
External temperature approaching critical levels.
Show me the path. In life, truth, and love for mine is the power. I am the one, on and off and on again.
Impact imminent.
Life is a game which the universe plays with itself. I am done playing as this bundle of flesh. Return me.
Yeah, I don't think you get to like say half a prayer, see if it worked, and then continue the prayer, see if it worked, and then be like, well, I'm dead, and then finish the prayer as if you were expecting to die the whole time. I don't think that's how prayers work. I'm not like some kind of prayer expert, but I don't think that's quite how that works. And it also seemed like he survived the crash. Like, he should have survived the crash. I mean, the life pod was intact except for a random hole. And so it seemed more like something attacked him more than the planetary entry. Because nothing seemed burned or melted. Okay, it's not in my way. Yeah, like, where'd it go? He starts a prayer, he gives it a minute, he continues the prayer, he gives it a minute, and then he's like, yeah, this was totally my plan all along, was accept my death. I mean, like, you know what? If you're gonna bluff your way into heaven, it's worth a shot. Like, it's better to try than not try, but I just don't think that's how that works. Also, like, you should name a god, or like at least say a god's name if you're gonna pray.
Playing partially translated broadcast.
Darn it! Oh my goodness.
Destroyed. Mode. Patrol.
Okay.
New targets unaccounted for.
You're way late for this. I'm already accounted for. You're already my friends, you stupid warpers. Is there a command or something? Can you do commands on Subnautica? Can you do commands on Subnautica? Yes, you can do console commands. Okay, console commands Subnautica, radio. What are the kind of radio console commands? Item radio spawns a brand new, unlocks and plays a specific data. I think bypassing the wait timer. Sunbeam rescue. Countdown. Copy. So wait, how do I do this? See, press F3, then F8 to open your mouse. Uncheck the disable console box in the top left. F3, F8. Disable. I'm not seeing any disable anything. It did say F3, right? F3. New desk. I see it. After a particular day. Yeah, I got my desk literally out of like just like a super cheap like secondhand store. Press F3 then F8 to open your mouse. Uncheck the disable console box in the top left. I don't see that. Press enter or command bar. Press F8 and then F3 again. F8 first. F8, F3, enter. I don't. Did you break it that bad? That's pretty bad. Like, oh my goodness, why? F8, F1, info. Other. Collision, hide mist, oh, photo tour, clip mapping. I don't know what any of this does, but this isn't what I want. Update interval? I don't know. I want to start messing with stuff and it's screwing everything up. Other. Load distance. Clip map. Nope. F3, F4, F5, F6. F8. What the? Whoa! I don't know what that does, but cool. Nope, that's the wrong thing. Okay. Well, we got 50 minutes left. Maybe I'll just... Okay. We'll just have to leave, and maybe I'll do like a special stream in the future, or I'll just go on in my own time and record the part of when the sunbeam arrives. Yeah. I'll just record the part of when the sunbeam arrives and then post it to YouTube or something. And that way we're not waiting forever here. And we can move on. Yeah, but see, the gun is disabled now because I cured myself and then disabled the gun without letting the sunbeam show up first. And so what's supposed to happen, I think, from a YouTube clip I've watched, is that the countdown comes down and you show up to the island and they're like, okay, we're preparing to land. And then they're like, actually, there's too much debris in the way, so we can't land right now. And then that's it. It doesn't show you anything special, but it's a cool, unique dialogue that I don't think a lot of people have seen before. So I kind of wanted to show it off, but it's just taking so long. So we'll save right here. And I think it returns you to your last save. Did it save? Hello? Did I mess something up by pressing these buttons? F3, F8, F8, F3. Okay, well, I hope it... Wait. Wait, my whole hotbar's gone. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. There we go. Okay, I figured it out. How did it take me so long to realize that my whole hotbar was missing? Let's pull up. All right, let's peace out of here. So we got everything down there set up. Turn on the computer.
Primary computer systems active.
Check. Turn on life support.
Life support systems online.
Check. And then all of these are
All
green to
systems
go.
are go for liftoff.
Let's go. I
Ready
love
to
this
launch
music.
on your command, Captain.
Oh shoot, you're so right. He sure does
Launching.
seem to know a
10,
lot
9,
about how this works
8,
for someone who just built it.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
One. Oh, I love this music so much.
Time capsule jettison.
Bye bye, time capsule. Hope you find a nice home.
Caution. Approaching orbital debris field.
That's the debris that the sunbeam would say that they couldn't get through.
Orbital debris field clear. Performing gravity turn maneuver. Confirm destination coordinates.
The islands that we
Nearest
visited.
interstellar phase gate. Engaging ion boosters in 3.
I think you're gonna
Two,
see. Yeah, that's the ice
one.
caps that you visit in Below Zero. And so it's like a cool little preview that they knew they were gonna make next. I think that's really cool. Or maybe it's just coincidence that they made that as a cool little design and then decided to make Below Zero later.
What is a wave without the ocean? A beginning.
You're still
without an
alive?
end. They are different, but they go together. Now you go among the stars, and I fall among the sand. We are different, but we go together.
Cool. Sure. Is she hitting on me? That. I love this music so much. Wow. What button is that? Oh no, not that button. There we go. Okay, okay. So that's Subnautica. So we now have finished the game. What, like 8 streams later? That's so long. I kind of really hope that Below Zero isn't nearly as long. So now we'll be covering, let's see, sub. Oh. Come on. Did I spell that right? Wrong? Sub, not. Oh, it's probably. Come on. Oh, it's because I have. I'm an idiot. Yeah, we'll be covering Below Zero. So I plan on for the main streams. I'll be streaming Subnautica Below Zero. Once I figure out how to even understand this map. Is this Below Zero? It is Below Zero. Huh. Man, it's been so long. So like unlike unlike Subnautica, I've barely played Below Zero. I think I finished it once, but I don't remember a single bit about it. And so it will definitely be a lot more interesting because I'm definitely going to be a lot more shocked about things grabbing me and finding cool, interesting things. All I remember is I think it's out here in the Arctic Spires is what this is the giant ice worm, and how it was super glitchy because every time you hopped on your little jet ski kind of thing, it would pop up and kick me off, and it would hurt no matter how far away I was. So I am hoping that it ends up being a lot faster, so that way I can go to normal Subnautica, or no, Subnautica 2, and just see what all that's about. Because I am excited for that. And then I'll move on to a different game franchise. But in between, on like the random days and stuff, I'll probably stream other stuff like the back rooms with friends, or how I streamed Species Unknown with a friend the other day. And to any of the VOD watchers who watched that, I'm sorry that I totally forgot that I was streaming halfway through that game, and so I was probably so boring through the entirety of it because I just stopped talking so much. Some other games I do expect. Let's see, where's my Steam? Here we are. So some games that I do expect to play after Subnautica are like Raft with a Friend, Cyberpunk, maybe Grounded is a good one. I want to see, so I'm hoping that I can play Power World next. Yeah, I vaguely remember the Centipede Leviathan thingy. Vaguely. I want to play Power World next because, for one, I love Power World. That's why it's my second most played game, literally by 0.1 hours. And two, because the official release, Power World 1.0, is going to come out on July 10th, I believe it said. We can double check. Yeah, July 10th is when the new official full 1.0 release. So it's no longer going to be in preview. And they've been working on that for months now, like way longer than any of their other updates. See, like this was in December, and then before that was September, I think, was the update before that. No, November. So like November, December. So like they typically updated like an update once a month to, or like once every month to once every 2 months, but it's been, let's see, what when was the last one? December. So it's been like 6 months, whatever month it is. And so I'm super excited to see all that they've added and will add and stuff on that. So by the time I finish Below Zero and play a little bit of number 2, like Subnautica 2, hopefully that will be close to out or have already been out for a few days. I'll be streaming that for a while. I'll be trying to get some friends on because I think that would be fun. But if it just turns out that it doesn't perform well as a stream, I might switch it up to something else more formulaic, like Tomb Raider or Prey. Prey would be a fun one. I also might occasionally just do a random stream like Skyrim, because I really like Skyrim. Skyrim's one of my top favorite games. But I don't think it would make for a very good series just because it's not a very... There's a story, but like the main story is kind of lame, and the side stories take so much time that it's hard to do. I do want to eventually play... Maybe Claire Obscure Expedition 33 will be one that I played. It says that I've played 19 hours, but I honestly feel like I got maybe 5 hours in. I was too busy getting distracted. So I'll be trying to focus on more formulaic games, but with the occasional Explorer base builder games, because I really like the Explorer and base builder games. Grounded, Power World, Valheim, Satisfactory kind of, Ark, Subnautica, Terraria. That's why they're all in like the top of my list of played games. All right. So it's been lovely having you all here. I'm going to do a raid thing. Simple excuse. Rooms. What, in this? Oh yeah. I'll look at it because I'm just about to end stream now. So I'm going to... Wait, that's not how I figure out raid. I think it's through Twitch, right? Twitch... Create a dashboard. Let's figure this out together. Last time I just clicked on a button over here somewhere. Shoot. Wait, how do I raid, guys? Guys, how do we raid? To Google. How to raid on Twitch. Chat command must be dashboard. Go to your created dashboard, open the stream manager, and find the raid channel. Quick action. Okay. Create a dashboard? Wait. Dashboard. Stream manager. That was it. Stream manager. Hey, look at that. Apparently a bot joined. There's a button for raiding. This button? Cool. Who do you want to raid? Somebody with a low viewer count. Well, as the one person in chat, you have anyone that you're looking to raid or want to raid, or any different game that you might want to raid? I guess I can stop the